Alright YouTube, as promised, I put a turbo on the GR2110. It's got the RHB 31 turbo. Gonna give you just a quick look around on it. Various pieces, parts, just kind of had to scavenge it all together. That's an 1.5 inch stainless tube that I got from a different project, 1.25 inch tube that I ordered for a different project, but I happened to have it and it was the right size. Most of the stuff I kind of just had laying around, it was all the right size. So what I got here is an 1.75 inch reducer to the 1.5 inch. That's an 1.5 inch reducer, 90-degree elbow to the 1.25 inch. And you can see the various couplers. And you can see the exhaust manifold right there. It comes off that flange. I had that flange cut. I just drew it in Fusion 360. Local guy had him plasma cut that flange out, 1/4 inch thick, mild steel. And the elbow on there is a stainless steel elbow, and you can see see if I can zoom in on that. There you go. So it's just another piece of pipe. I welded that to extend it a little bit. Had to get clearance between those flange bolts and these flange bolts. So when I welded all this stuff together, I used 308L stainless filler. I just used that for everything, even all the stainless welding I had to do. And the flange kit, just got that off Amazon. It comes with every flange in here. That flange, this flange, the block off plate, this turbo inlet flange, comes with the flange for the oil drain. I wasn't, it might have been like 50 or 60 bucks, I don't really remember. It didn't cost much. For the turbo oil drain, I ended up using the turbo install kit from Kingawa. So it came with that braided steel line. It came with the banjo fitting. And I had to get the elbow. I just ordered an elbow. It's a -4. Just a -4 fitting. So this flange, that was probably the trickiest bit. I take that back. The wastegate actuator was the trickiest bit. So, all about this. The wastegate flap would hit this flange. It wouldn't even, it opened like, I don't know, a 1/16, not even a 1/16 of an inch, a 32nd of an inch before it hit that flange. And you can see where I screwed it up. I put it on the mill, began to mill it, realized that I was milling the wrong side. So I flipped it around and I milled it out, milled the pocket out for that exhaust flap, or the wastegate flap to open up. So this little bit right here that I screwed up, that might be like a 1/16 of an inch thick. I don't know if it's gonna break or not. If it does, I'll just fill it back in. Not a big deal. Like I said, well, I thought I used 308. Okay, so I MIG welded this and I MIG welded that. Just using some, whatever filler wire that I had, mild steel filler wire or whatever they got. I don't expect to have any problems with that. That is a steel elbow. I had to order that for a different project I had. So it was just sitting on the shelf also. The wastegate was kind of a tricky bugger. So I had to clock the turbo. And to clock the turbo, I had to take the wastegate actuator arm off. Let's see if I can get a picture of that. Yeah, you can't really see it, but I had to cut it in a couple sections. It kind of goes out and then scoops up, and you know, it still works fine. It works just like it's supposed to. I assume it works just like it's supposed to. We'll see. But it does move freely. No problems with that. When I was doing a test run, it kept pouring out oil from the exhaust. It would smoke so bad. Well, can you guess why? It was pressurizing the crankcase. So pressured air would come in, hit the intake, and then it would just blow right back into the crankcase ventilation. So I disconnected that, plugged this up. I'm gonna put a gauge on there, a boost gauge, just to see how much I'm really pushing. And I'll put a breather on the crankcase ventilation. That fixed it. It does not smoke anymore. It's grandiose. And this thing just, you know, I had to take the headlights out. The piping interfered with the headlight, and I didn't want to look stupid, so I took the other headlight out and realized I could just put a stack in right through there. Had to cut the entire front end of the hood off, well, nearly the entire front end, to make room for the turbo. So you can see where I chopped it all. Had to trim that just a little bit. Had to cut, yeah, you can see it right there, to cut that out. You know, and while I was mowing with this thing, the problem was it would bog down because it's geared so high. The blades are geared so high. Hit some tall grass, and the mower would just. So I knew I needed more power. So I turbocharged it, and you know, I was mowing like 10-inch tall grass, and so it doesn't bog down like it used to. What it does now is it either slips the belt or it slips the clutch. So I'm getting some squealing. I don't know if it's coming from the belt. Professional sources tell me it's coming from the clutch, so I'm inclined to believe that it's the clutch, the PTO clutch. It doesn't bog down anymore. It doesn't smoke like it was when it hit tall grass. It's just the clutch starts slipping. So I'll have to address that later. I'm not really sure what to do about that yet. And I won't show any clips of me running it through the tall grass. I pretty much mowed all that down. But I will show a video of me just driving it, and you can hear the turbo spooling. I mean, it works pretty good. If I do another video, I'll let you guys know how many PSI this is shooting out. I might even have an exhaust gas temperature gauge on there. Don't know.